Review 2 Introduction. We are now ready for another review. We will begin where our last review left off and cover 2 ideas each day. The earlier part of each day will be devoted to one of these ideas and the latter part of the day to the other. We will have one longer exercise period and frequent shorter ones in which we practice each of them. The longer practice periods will follow this general form. Take about 15 minutes for each of them and begin by thinking about the ideas for the day and the comments that are included in the assignments. Devote some 3 or 4 minutes to reading them over slowly, several times if you wish, and then close your eyes and listen. Repeat the first phase of the exercise period if you find your mind wandering, but try to spend the major part of the time listening quietly but attentively. There is a message waiting for you. Be confident that you will receive it. Remember that it belongs to you and that you want it. Do not allow your intent to waver in the face of distracting thoughts. Realize that, whatever form such thoughts may take, they have no meaning and no power. Replace them with your determination to succeed. Do not forget that your will has power over all fantasies and dreams. Trust it to see you through and carry you beyond them all. Regard these practice periods as dedications to the way, the truth, and the life. Refuse to be sidetracked into detours, illusions, and thoughts of death. You are dedicated to salvation. Be determined each day not to leave your function unfulfilled. Reaffirm your determination in the shorter practice periods as well, using the original form of the idea for general applications and more specific forms when needed. Some specific forms are included in the comments which follow the statement of the ideas. These, however, are merely suggestions. It is not the particular words you use that matter. Lesson 81. Our ideas for review today are 61. I am the light of the world. How holy am I, who have been given the function of lighting up the world. Let me be still before my holiness. In its calm light, let all my conflicts disappear. In its peace, let me remember who I am. Some specific forms for applying this idea when special difficulties seem to arise might be, let me not obscure the light of the world in me. Let the light of the world shine through this appearance. This shadow will vanish before the light. 62. Forgiveness is my function as the light of the world. It is through accepting my function that I will see the light in me, and in this light will my function stand clear and perfectly unambiguous before my sight. For my acceptance does not depend on my recognizing what my function is, for I do not yet understand forgiveness. Yet I will trust that, in the light, I will see it as it is. Specific forms for using this idea might include, let this help me learn what forgiveness means. Let me not separate my function from my will. I will not use this for an alien purpose. ACIM Lesson 81. We begin today with a return not to theory, but to listening. This is Review 2 in A Course in Miracles, and it opens with a simple invitation. There is a message waiting for you. Not a metaphor, not a poetic device, a literal message, and it is meant for you. You are now ready to hear it. Each day in this review, we hold 2 ideas, one in the morning, one in the latter part of the day, and we set aside time, 15 minutes if we can, for stillness, for reflection, for listening. The course is not asking for perfection, it's asking for willingness. It says, repeat the first phrase of the idea of the exercise period if you find your mind wandering. But more importantly, it says, try to spend a major part of the time listening quietly but attentively. There is a message waiting for you. Be confident that you will receive it. This practice is a dedication to the way, to the truth, and to the life. The course is asking you to show up for salvation, to reaffirm your will, and to trust that your will has power over all illusions. Lesson 81. Review of Ideas 61 and 62. Let's begin with Idea 61. I am the light of the world. Say that to yourself. Not as a concept, not as a hope, but as a fact. I am the light of the world. Let it land. Let it unsettle you. Let it rearrange your idea of yourself. Let it burn through guilt, through shame, through every identity you've worn. This isn't ego. This isn't arrogance. This is the most humble recognition possible, that your true nature is light. And what does light do? It shines. It reveals. It doesn't attack the darkness. It dispels it. By simply being itself, You don't need to perform. You don't need to justify your worth. You are a lighthouse, not a searchlight. You don't seek. You stand, and you shine. How holy am I, who have been given the function of lighting up the world? Now, what is a function? In A Course in Miracles, a function is your divine purpose, not something you do, but something you are. It flows naturally from your being, like light from a flame. You are not here to fix the world. You are here to illuminate it. Let me be still before my holiness. Stillness. Not striving, not seeking, just still. Because in stillness the truth shines through. And in its calm light, all your conflicts disappear. Conflicts like, I want love, but I fear rejection. I want peace, but I still want to be right. I want truth, but not if it cost me my identity. Let those conflicts fall into the light like shadows and watch them vanish. Practice phrases for this idea include, let me not obscure the light of the world in me. This shadow will vanish before the light. Say them gently. Let them echo inside. They are not affirmations. They are reminders of what is true. Now we move to Idea 62. Forgiveness is my function as the light of the world. You are the light. Now, what do you do with that light? You forgive. Not forgive in the world's sense, grudging, selective, egoic, but the Course's sense, to see past the illusion entirely, to recognize there's nothing to forgive. It is through accepting my function that I will see the light in me. Did you catch that? Accepting, not understanding, not analyzing, not achieving. You don't need to grasp forgiveness with your intellect. You need only accept that it is your function, and the light will reveal the rest. Imagine being handed a seed. You don't know what plant it will become, but you trust, you water, you tend. That's what this is. Forgiveness is the seed. Light is the water. Your trust is the soil. And in this light, your function becomes unambiguous. No confusion, no split desires, no conflict, just clarity. One purpose, one light. The Course says, my acceptance does not depend on my recognizing my function. I may not understand forgiveness. That does not matter. What matters is your trust, your willingness to let the light show you what is real. Practice forms might include, let this help me learn what forgiveness is. Let me not separate my function from my will. I would not use this as an alien purpose. What's an alien purpose? Any use of your light that serves fear, attack, guilt, judgment, jealousy, control. When you use your divine light to punish or elevate the ego, you've given it to an alien purpose, but today you reclaim it. You say, I remember my function. I accept what I am. I will not be sidetracked by illusions. We close this practice today in the presence of our mighty companions. Not seen with the eyes, but deeply felt in spirit. Together, we remember, you are dedicated to salvation. Be determined each day not to leave your function unfulfilled. And so, with light in our hearts and forgiveness as our path, we walk forward, not to fix the world, but to shine so clearly that others remember their own light. This is Lesson 81, and yes, my brother, this will save you.